A few weeks ago, Roblox was having an issue where every time you launched the game, it would also launch Steam VR. Since Roblox seemed so adamant on everyone using VR, are there actually any games on it worth playing? Well, first, you have to find a game that has actually gone out of their way to add VR support. You can technically join any game in VR, but good luck actually doing anything. Every time I try, my camera is stuck looking down at my character from above. It's pretty disorienting, and as far as I know, there's no way to fix it. Also, please excuse the square gameplay footage. That's just how Roblox displays it, because why not? Starting with VR-only games, we have Bungalows. It's literally just Gorilla Tag, but on Roblox, and it plays how you would expect it to. There seems to be a few different maps and modes to choose from, which is cool. I didn't really get to play any since I couldn't find anyone else in the game. Bonus points for there not being any screaming children though, and also for not costing $20 on Steam. I'm sure it would be pretty fun if you can actually find someone playing it, but I couldn't. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Definitely worth trying if you don't want to pay $20 for the actual game on Steam. And yes, I do know that the game is free on the Quest store, but as it turns out, not everyone plays VR using a Quest. And that'll actually be the only VR exclusive game we're looking at today, since it's the only one that I could actually play. But more on that later. So, now we're gonna move on to games that you can play in or out of VR. The first one is Tunneler. This game is heavily inspired by Portal. If you've ever wondered what it would be like to play Portal in VR, this is worth checking out. This game has its own levels and story, so even if you've already played Portals, it's pretty enjoyable. I'm not gonna say too much more since I wouldn't want to spoil the game for you. Really fun game. Bonus points for having controls that actually work. 9 out of 10. Next up, we have Disaster Simulation. I don't really know what this game is supposed to be, but hey, at least it works. That's actually an accomplishment for a Roblox VR game. All of the menus are usable, you can move, and the tools work too? That's almost unheard of. 8 out of 10. Notice how I only mentioned 3 games? There's a reason for that. They're the only 3 I could actually get to work. Now of course, you always have your pick of 5,000 different VR hands games, but those aren't really games. I don't really find them fun, and there isn't much to do in them. Also notice how I mentioned working controls as a positive aspect for some of the games. Usually that's something you just assume will be there, but not on Roblox VR. So the engine was originally designed for use on the Rift CV1, and VR has obviously came a long way since then. Roblox hasn't really bothered to add controller support to any headsets past that. As far as I know, most Oculus and Meta controllers will still work fine, but Valve Index controllers definitely don't. Now, some developers, like in the games I played here, have gone out of their way to add some resemblance of support for Index controllers. But there's really only so much they can do. It's a gamble if a game is actually playable or not, even with a bit more effort put in on the developer's end. There were 2 games I wanted to try, Edgeworks and Cave Explorer 2, but I didn't. From the trailers, they seem to be some of the most high-quality games built for Roblox VR. Unfortunately, they cost Robux to play. That's a good way to guarantee you don't have any players in your game. I understand that developers want to make money off of their hard work, and there isn't any problem with that. The problem is that as a player, I have no guarantee that your game is going to work correctly on my equipment. So why would I pay for it? It would be one thing if there were demos for these games, but there aren't. So I'm not gonna bother trying them. So as of right now, I wouldn't really say Roblox VR is worth your time. Roblox barely bothers supporting it, but that may change with rumors that Roblox is going to be available natively on the Quest soon. The games that have effort put into them are good, but a lot of games just don't work properly. Oh, and going back to the issue that I opened the video with, thank God they fixed that. I absolutely loved having to unplug my VR headset just to play a Roblox game. I also just loved how it still opens Steam VR anyways. If you know of any good games I missed, feel free to leave them down in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to see more VR content like this in the future.